What's cracking, everybody? XehrFelrose here, bringing you some Pokemon Go Battle League content. And in today's video, we're taking a look at a shoutcast submitted to the channel from DradeCam. I think I said his name right. If I didn't, I apologize. But DradeCam sent in some battles with Shadow Steelix, Pelipper, and Toxicroak in the Ultra League. I know, yawn, Steelix, but look, it's Pelipper. And Pelipper is not that common, so let's focus on the good instead of yawning at the Steelix that we're about to watch. So let's check out these battles, and thank you very much to DradeCam for sending in these battles. And if trainers, if you'd like to send in some battles to the channel for Shoutcasting, there's a link in the pinned comment in the description with the Google form you can fill out to send those in. So let's take a look at the battles here in the Ultra League and see what we got here. Now, I apologize for the bit of a scuffed-looking footage here. Drade sent me these battles straight off of his stream, so they are a little bit on the laggier side, but there's still good gameplay here to be had. So we're going to have a Greninja come in on that Steelix as a safe swap, and I mean, Toxicroak's just going to maul it. Now, unfortunately, there's a CMP tie here, which basically prevents the Toxicroak from getting farmed, but the opponent shields, thinking they're going to get to another move, and they do. Ah, but is this a Night Slash? Yes, it's just a Night Slash. I don't think you live it anyway. I think Night Slash is enough. So one shield to one shield now. But the Toxicroak is going to have enough HP, hopefully, to get a move off to make some sort of a difference here into this Dragon Breath Giratina. Definitely not a good matchup for this Steelix. So opponent really needed to flip switch there, which may be why they tried to shield. Unfortunately, they're still stuck up against the Steelix. And then there's a Registeel in the back, and suddenly they have a chance. This is not a good situation for the Steelix, or the Pelipper for that matter, and the Steelix is forced to shield this Focus Blast. And now you're going to see a full set Earthquake. Is this Earthquake going to be enough to take out what is needed? The Steelix doesn't shield. Now the Weather Ball has the chance to potentially get the shield from the opponent here before they get to the Zap Cannon. Zap Cannon absolutely will one-shot at least 16 Pelippers in the Ultra League, even though it's bulky Ultra League. So unfortunately, it looks like this Pelipper is going to go down, but we're going to have to see now if... Oh, goodness, no.
Boom!
That poor Pelipper and his children and his ancestors. Everybody felt it. So we're going to see now if Steelix can survive, which I'm pretty sure it does survive a Focus Blast pretty handily here. But I don't think it's going to be quite enough to be able to rip through the rest of this Giratina. This is going to be a close game if the Giratina gets to a Shadow Sneak or even a Dragon Claw at this point. It's over. I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's no way. Unfortunately, the Giratina does get to a move here. So despite having a really nice lead, Registeel in the back when the Toxicroak is gone, kind of unfortunately... So unfortunately, kind of got your number there. But we got Steelix on the lead in the next game, and we're going to see the Steelix go up against this Regirock. Now, Regirock does win this on paper. But the entire team has play into it with Earthquake and then the Dragon Tails and Breaking Swipes being neutral. Stone Edge is going to get the first shield here as a bait. The opponent... Ooh, do they shield? Do they expect this to be the Breaking Swipe? I don't think they do, to be honest. They don't. They take it, and then Toxicroak gets this snipe with the counter down, and in comes the opponent's Toxicroak. Boy, is it a good thing we see this here. We're ahead on energy, testing the CMP tie to see if the opponent wins or not, and they do. Letting the first Mud Bomb go through is fine, because I'm pretty sure that Toxicroak will still get to one more Mud Bomb here before the opponent can counter down, and then Pelipper is a good matchup in this... into the Toxicroak. There we go. Oh my goodness. I'm forgetting whatever is here already. Now, Toxicroak gets the farm down on Toxicroak, and we're probably going to see the Pelipper come in here, to be honest, and get a Weather Ball. No, the Steelix is coming in to absorb the energy. Not a bad call, because now you can come up with the Pelipper and not have to worry about shielding. So Mud Bomb does get the super effective damage. Breaking Swipe, going for the Breaking Swipe, trying to catch, unfortunately unable to catch here, and the shield is forced here from the Steelix now. Going straight for Breaking Swipe at this point. We're not messing around. Got to get this Toxicroak out of here. And Pelipper comes in and almost is going to be able to get that snipe, but unfortunately they live 2 moves, so we're going to see a Moonblast most likely coming from this Clefable. We're going to see, are they going to be able to get to 2 moves here? I'm pretty sure Pelipper gets to Hurricane plus Weather Ball before this Clefable is going to be able to get to another move, and that's going to take out the Clefable, and everything else is within farm range. So this is fine. Drade is able to take this game here by the skin of his teeth with a Pelipper that is doing its best to do anything it can, and that's a good game. Well played. That was a close one, too. Steelix on Steelix. Oh! Oh, no. Just go. Oh, no. This is almost as bad as Bastion mirrors, dude. Except at least there's earthquakes involved, dude. Oh, trainers, if you're watching, go do your laundry. Go get some water. Oh, there's an earthquake and it's a shield! Go get some water, go do your laundry, go wash your car. When you get back, this match will still be going on, I guarantee you. Breaking Swipe will get the shield, and that means that Drade Steelix is in a very good spot here, but unfortunately, the opponent's attempt to swap to catch that Earthquake is in vain, as they swap into Tapu Fini, and Tapu Fini is going to have to deal with the potential Sludge Bomb from this Toxicroak. You just go straight Sludge Bomb here. I don't think there's much of a need to bait, as now I think you outpaced to the next move here, but we do shield up a potential, I don't think it was a potential Moonblast. I don't think they were even close to the Moonblast. But getting the Sludge Bomb here before the opponent gets to the Surf will be huge. Pelipper could have also been a good play here. But they would have, I mean, it's hard to say, honestly. I think that them coming back in with the Steelix, though, is what really turns off Drade from sending in his Pelipper here. So it makes sense, right? To try and get the Toxicroak to snowball a bit. The Steelix is going to throw a Breaking Swipe, and that's going to nearly take out the Toxicroak, but not before it does some more counter damage. But then there's a Virizion in the back, and that Virizion is not running Stone Edge as they've threw on 3 double kicks, and that is going to make it easy for the Pelipper to get to this Hurricane here before the opponent can get to 2 more charge moves to take them out. Now, 1 Leaf Blade wasn't enough. 2 Leaf Blades is nearly enough, but not quite. Gonna get a little bit of extra energy. Just need to get... Ooh, I think I would have gone for 4 there to throw right before they get to the next move, because these are resisted double kicks, whereas the Breaking Swipe, or the Dragon Tails are neutral. But I would have gone for the Weather Ball right away here. But anyway, either way, still able to take the win, and that's a good game. Well played. Yes, I describe an alternative way to win the game, but both ways were technically correct, so still well done. Oh, Greninja lead. This is not as ideal. We're going to see Drade stay in here against the Greninja. Opponent looking to CMP, so we catch the Hydro Cannon on the Pelipper. This is going to be a good play here to save some energy on Steelix, redirect that energy to a better place on the Pelipper. Opponent's they're still farming up energy, man. I think I had a stroke or something. I don't know what just happened. Opponent going for more energy here. They're trying to take out this Pelipper, as it could possibly be not so great for them in the back. Perhaps they have a Virizion or something in the back. No, they have a Skeldr. A trainer after my own heart, bringing Skeldr into this battle here. Oh, I love when people do stuff like this because it makes me so happy. Skeldr is one of my favorite Pokemon to play in GBL at the moment, so whenever I see it, even if it's not on my team, it's still fun to watch. Now, we're going to see this Pelipper start going for resisted Weather Balls, but at this point, chip damage is still good, as Toxicroak is going to be able to get the alignment it needs, and the opponent unable to swap out in time, and what do they have in the back? Doesn't matter, weak to Toxicroak, good game. I guess that's it. They just saw Toxicroak, and they're like, no, it probably was a Virizion. It probably was. If I'm gonna be honest, it probably was. We have a Deoxys Defense Form in the lead in the next game. Another battle of the tanks here. Drade looking to throw on the alignment, letting the opponent get a full free counter through. Which, I mean, it makes sense, but at the same time, you hate to see it because, you know, the opponent getting a free move through as opposed to getting that timing in. I mean, it doesn't really matter ultimately in that matchup, I don't think. But gonna stay in here, go for that. Potentially go for that Earthquake. I think that we're looking to swap into the Toxicroak at some point here to try and catch it, but not counting on the fact that the opponent has Aqua Tail. Now the Drapion farming up some more energy as the Pelipper comes in, and they are up a shield, I do believe, as Steelix just banked a bunch of energy. Steelix, the crunch does so much damage, dude. Oh my goodness, that does a lot. Pelipper going for Weather Ball, is it enough? It's enough. We take out the Drapion. That's a good thing. We get that thing out of here before it's able to do more damage to the team. Drapion very spammy. Deoxys comes back in, and Drade looks to no shield. It could be a Thunderbolt. No shield to Thunderbolt. That KO'd 4 Pelippers right there. And going for the Breaking Swipe bait with the Earthquake banked. Let's see if the opponent puts up their first shield into this. No, they don't. Could have full sent the Earthquake, but it doesn't matter. Toxicroak comes in and says, hey, that's a nice Sand Slash you got there. Would be a shame if somebody were to punch a hole in it. So we're going to see the shield come up because this could be a drill run as it is. And now the Toxicroak is in a good spot here to be able to get to at least 1 charge move, hopefully. And I would hope so, before they get completely blasted into space by a Psycho Boost. Oh no, it's coming. That's it. The Psycho Boost! Oh, but this leaves the opponent's Deoxys with little attack left remaining. which gives Drade a chance. Now he's taking a bank on the fact they don't shield the Earthquake, but they do, and unfortunately that's going to put him a little too far behind as the Steelix is getting way too low, and I'm not going to be able to live another charge move at this point. So very close game. All came down to whether or not we chose to bait, but well played. Getting into the next battle here, we have Steelix versus another defense form, Deoxys. We're going to see these battles unfold probably quite the same as before. The Deoxys is in hyperspeed. What is going on? The game is... The Deoxys is just... I don't know what that was about, but we're going to... That was the good timing I think I saw that time. So very nicely done getting the energy here. I always like to point out when players, you know, throw with good timing, because it's something that a lot of trainers do struggle with. So being able to point it out, even if the trainer themselves doesn't care, it's good to see everybody watching kind of see what that... Dude, that's a lot of energy, dude. Oh my goodness. It's good to see for the trainers who are working on it get to see what it looks like, even though it's a little bit choppy. But we see a Greedent come in here, and this is Toxicroak time for sure right now. Toxicroak comes in, gonna punch the lights out of this Greedent, this fat little squirrel, and Toxicroak probably lives 2 body slams here easy, I imagine. Yeah, it does. It can easily tank 2, even though those mud bomb or the not the mud bombs, the mud shots, there we go. The mud shots are super effective. They are adding up a little bit, but the opponent shields just because they want to get this last body slam off. Drade lets it go, not really worried about it in the least. Now, not going to be able to... Oh, he's going to be close to another move on his... oh my goodness, dude, that's a Guzzlord. Hello, that's a Guzzlord. Okay. Well, Drade's Steelix gets the alignment that it needs now, as the opponent then comes back in with the Deoxys. The switch timer's not quite up yet, and we're going to see Pelipper now get locked on to the Deoxys and look to try and finish this game off with it if it can. Now, if we're counting, I don't know if this was enough for a Thunderbolt, but we're going to see. Yeah, it was... Never mind, it was enough for a Thunderbolt. I'm not counting. Who am I kidding? I don't know how to count. What's counting? It's a foreign concept. I never do it right. I should go back to school. The Hurricane comes through. Are they going to shield it? Yeah, no, they're not shielding that. Get out of here, Guzzlord. Good game. Well played. All right, getting into the next battle. We've got the Steelix on the lead versus a Scuntank. This poor, unsuspecting Scuntank not having the... Huh? Confusion Mewtwo? The opponent's like, nah, dude, I'm not doing this. I think they might have been... They might have been tanking or something. I don't know what that was about, but yeah, it's like, no. Having the Toxicroak in the back all but makes that a much better much better situation. Now, this opponent threw very quickly. I do believe that was no, it was an Earth Power. It's hard for me to tell with the footage the way it is, but throwing on really nice timing here. Opponent gonna go ahead and decide if they need to shield this potential Earthquake or not, and they don't. So the Breaking Swipe comes through before they can get to another Earth Power, and we're gonna see if they decide to shield this Breaking Swipe now to get that move off, which they do. Oh, I was hoping he was gonna try to catch on that Pelipper. That would have been sweet. But shielding up once again. I don't think the second Earth Power really doesn't do that much damage, but I think that Drade is actually shielding here because he's reading that something in the back is weak to the Steelix. Now, here comes the Scrafty. We're going to go for the Earthquake here and watch as the opponent either decides to shield or take a lot of damage, as they do. And now Pelipper and Toxicroak are both... It's a Toxicroak world right now, and everybody else is living in it, as Pelipper's just here to do his job. Licky Licky and the Scrafty are both just going to eat it to the Toxicroak, unfortunately. So this is already pretty much looking like a good game. There's not really much that the opponent can do here because of that Toxicroak just sitting in the back, waiting for his turn. He's just like, let me in, coach. I'm ready. I've got my poison sacks are filled with... I don't know. I'm not gonna finish that. I don't know where I was going with it, and I feel like if I try to finish that sentence, I'm gonna say something stupid. So I'm just gonna let it go. Use your imagination if you want to. But anyway, yeah, the Toxicroak absolutely just dominates this end game here. Doesn't even need a shield. Completely walls the Scrafty, energy and all. So Steelix is just gonna come in, get whatever use we can out of the Steelix. Whether the opponent's got Earthquake on their Licky Licky or not doesn't matter. They're rocking that Shadow Ball. They're gonna come in immediately with the Scrafty, and as soon as they see the Toxicroak, I imagine all hope was lost. The opponent was really genuinely hoping that maybe there was something in the back that Scrafty had a chance against, but unfortunately, they're going to concede, and that's going to be a good game. Well played. All right, getting into the next battle, we got Steelix against a Poliwrath. This is not what you wanted to see. Which one do we see come in? We're going to see the Pelipper save swap come in, and the opponent responds with an Alolan Muck with Poison Jab. Going to go straight for the Hurricane, hoping for the big damage nuke. Is the Hurricane something to be respected? I think so. Opponent shields up, and they agree. Now Pelipper fighting for its life here in this 15 frames per second. I don't know what it is. Truthfully, I don't know. It looks okay. Going for the Weather Ball though before going down. Steelix here gets a really nice farm down after this, because those poison, the damage from the muck is almost non-existent. Like, they can go for a Dark Pulse if they want to. It does do a bit of damage, but I think it maybe does like 25% at the most to Steelix here. Let's see. Yeah, like 30. Okay, 30 maybe, but even then, the poison jabs are double resisted. Steelix easily just tanks all of this energy, farms down, and we save 2 shields for the Toxicroak, as the opponent does not appear to be respecting it on their team as well as they should be, as the Poliwrath doesn't do too well as it is resisted. The opponent having the Poliwrath double dark team and up a shield. This is over. Toxicroak just completely manhandles this Drapion without a problem. Going straight for the Mud Bomb. Could go for the counter down if it wanted to. We could no shield this. It's a non-shadow Drapion. Aqua Tail not doing too much, but now you got to be careful because too many Aqua Tails would put you too low for the Poliwrath. So now we're going to have to potentially look into shielding and farming down, or going for the Mud Bomb. Nope, letting one more Aqua Tail go, knowing that they can live some more counter damage and see another day. Potentially have, no, we have way more, we have more than 2 moves. You shield this once, you let loose both of those Sludge Bombs. Steelix has the energy in the back to let this be a good game here. So Sludge Bomb number 1 coming out. Gonna hit this Poliwrath for a lot of damage or get the shield. Opponent shields it up. Going for the second second Sludge Bomb. There we go. Mud Bomb, Sludge Bomb, Shield, whatever. It's all mixed up in my head at the moment anyway. And then Steelix just comes and goes for the Earthquake, and just for the sake of it, we're going to hit it.
Boom!
And that's a good game. Well played. All right. Getting into what I believe here is our final battle. We've got a Toxicroak on the opponent's side. The cousin of our Toxicroak here. Going for the catch on the Mud Bomb. Opponent throwing on alignment as they expect the Steelix to throw on alignment. This is completely wasted energy. So that Mud Bomb does almost nothing. Opponent coming in with a Charmed Ninetales. Oh no. This could be a triple anti-Steelix team, so Drade is going to have to navigate this very carefully, as I expect the third Pokemon is probably going to be something that is very strong into the Steelix as well. Or potentially, maybe they just have 2 answers. Maybe they just have Toxicroak and Alola Ninetales, and that's all they need. So Alola Ninetales here is going to get that charm down. This is an unfortunate situation where Steelix really doesn't have much it can do, as the double-resisted Dragon Tails are not going to do very much, and the opponent's charms are only single-resisted. So you can see the damage is actually quite different. And he's going for the Earthquake here, trying to make sure they can take out the Alola Ninetales, trying to save the shield as well for the Toxicroak. Unfortunately, those charms do add up very quickly, regardless of whether it's resisted or not. Earthquake is going to KO here. Opponent has a Golisopod. I don't know if they have a win condition at this point, as the Golisopod, if it has Aerial Ace, this is just too much for the Toxicroak to handle. They have the Liquidation, and we're going to have to see what happens here. Opponent has their Toxicroak. They swap in the Toxicroak. A win condition has been spotted here, as Toxicroak had no energy upon departing the battle. You farm this down. You have 2 Sludge Bombs. All you have to do is get to the second Sludge Bomb here, and you're good. Go for that Sludge Bomb. Oh my goodness. I think that this is a good game. I didn't think he was going to win it. I thought Golisopod was just going to take it. But going for the move here, I think you just saved the shield. No, you could save the shield for Steelix if it's not too low. It's a very close game here. Gonna go for the Dragon Tail. It's enough. Steelix takes it. That's a good game. My God, that was close. I did not think he was going to win that. Well played. Again, DradeCam, thank you very much for setting in the battles. Very nice battle gameplay here. Very high-level gameplay. Getting a 5-0 at the end of this set to hit 3125 elo. Pelipper with Steel types is typically very strong. If you don't have a Steelix, you could run like a Registeel or another Steel type. I would not recommend using like Melmetal or something. It's just not good right now. And if you don't have the XL Pelipper, don't worry about it. Neither do I. I have one I could make, but I just don't want to put the dust into it. But this is definitely a strong core here. You could certainly run something else, like Golisopod maybe, over the Pelipper. That would actually be a very reasonable replacement for that. So once again, thank you very much for the submission. I hope you all enjoyed it, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.